We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, go.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. Unable to corral it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Jones on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Hill shedding the tackle. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Keenum. Buying time to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the 50, it's Keenum. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Kelly looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunter. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. Now Kelly. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Kelly on third down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Score. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Kansas City defense, tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down. And McManus able to put it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere, forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Kelly. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run with Hunt. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, Kelly. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kelly, and he whips that one incomplete there. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Kelly now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. 23 yards on the play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 1st down throw, Kelly. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Left, 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 left.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mahomes to throw on second down. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Attack here, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Kelly to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mahomes now to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play action, it's Kelly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Wagler. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Todd Davis in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing a 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now here's Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Two big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Running again, and again it's Booker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there, and a Denver 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on the play.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, Mahomes fighting through pressure. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Derek Wolfe coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get it up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Kelly. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. A 2nd nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete as well. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the 1st down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Mahomes to throw on second down. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. Travis Kelce. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it's Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Freeman again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Broncos on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Kelly from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And McManus able to put it through. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for